Yes, yes. Praise God. Wow. The Winans. Take you back 1985. Hey, how you doing? Getting caught up with this old music. Going back a little bit here. Hot 810 Music in Review. The Winans, lead me and guide me. Your direction, Lord. We need your direction so we can make the right selection. And hi again, and welcome to the program. And just so we get started, don't forget to check out, or you can go into our Google Play Store and check out Hot 810 Radio. You can download, we got the app for that, Hot 810 Radio. And other stations, we have Hot 810 Talk Music. You also can go on there and download the music too. So just to give you some information. And it's a beautiful night tonight on a Monday. If you listen to it live, keep on listening. We got a nice program tonight. And back again on the phone again, a friend of mine I knew for years ago, stay out in Iowa. I believe that's out in Iowa. She's on the phone again. She's going to be talking about the trip she had, a mission trip she had in Kenya. I believe that's Kenya. Deb, are you there?
I am.
Hey, how you doing today?
I am wonderful.
I know you've been on a mission. A mission. When I mean a mission, you've been on a mission.
I have been on a mission.
And I believe it's a blessed mission. And I want to say before we go into the program, and I'll let the listeners know, don't forget October the 3rd. And I'm going to say this again. October the 3rd, Leandra Johnson will be at the Antioch Missionary Baptist Church in Flint, October the 3rd. And Deb, I hope you be around. If you be around in October in Flint, I don't know if you know, kind of busy and stuff. But Leandra Johnson is going to be at Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, October the 3rd, a praise and worship festival. That's right, a praise and worship festival. So if y'all, some of y'all might have heard of her, some of you not, but get involved and get into this praise at Antioch Baptist Church there in Flint, Michigan. So I also want to throw that. I know we're on the internet, but like I said, if you're in the Detroit area and Saginaw around that time, October the 3rd, come on by Antioch Missionary Baptist Church in Flint. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Okay, Dad. I had to throw that in.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I hope I can come because, I love to hear her sing and love to hear her music.
Yeah, she's powerful.
And I used to be a member of Antioch.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
And I'm throwing, matter of fact, this had nothing to do with you. I didn't know anything about it. Cousin told me to, throw this in, and I did that on the last program. And that's how I'll be, we got all the way to October anyway. So I was saying, okay, let me go ahead and push this on out and all that. But I didn't know that you used to be a member there.
I did. Yep, when I don't know who's the pastor now, but it was Reverend Randolph at that time. And yes, I sure did. I used to be a member there.
Oh, okay. All right. Dang, that's deep, ain't it? Talking about your former church. And that's matter of fact, was that that's the last church you left before you left town? You was a part of?
Well, I went to King Solomon as well. Yeah.
Okay, and that's your family. Is that your family member church, King Solomon?
That is. Yes,
yeah.
King Solomon is.
Okay, your pastor. Okay, yeah, Cheney. Okay, yeah, okay. Now I'm kind of remembering. It's been so long. You've been gone for so long. I haven't seen you in so long.
I know.
Now, you had just recently went on a powerful mission trip. Tell me where you been. Where you been?
Let me give you a little bit of information in case someone's listening for the first time and don't know who I am.
Okay.
My name is Debra Fleming. It used to be Deborah Cheney.
I should have threw that in.
I went to Bryan Junior High. I went to Central and Northwestern High School. I grew up on Pulaski Street. So I'm an original Flintstone. I married my high school sweetheart who went to Beecher High. His name is Frederick Fleming. And so I am an original Flintstone, true to Flint, Michigan, and love Flint, have family still there, friends still there. And so it's an awesome blessing to be able to come on the call tonight and share with the people right there in Flint just about some of the things that God has done with me and with my life. So I'm excited, very, very excited.
Now, you just confessed. You just went on to confess the time, like you just had to confess you're a Flintstone. You said it like I gotta apologize. I gotta let people know I'm still Flint. I still love Flint. I'm proud of y'all. I haven't forsaken you.
Well, you know what? Last time my husband said, well, did you say where you were from? Did you say what your last name used to be? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, how is somebody going to know who you are? So I thought, yeah, I guess I probably do need to do that. So, no, not apologizing, just really, just really excited to be able to say that I'm a product of Flint as well. I think most people that grew up in Flint are very proud of the fact that we grew up there. It was a beautiful place to be, and our families were just, we had good things that happened right there in Flint. So,
right. Straight out of Flint. All right, straight out of Flint. We're gonna represent it well, because Hot 810. That 810 is that Flint number. So that's why, I used it in that area, Hot 810. Everything I got, Hot 810 Talk, Hot 810 Radio is dealing with the Hot 80. That's 810 for our Flint. So we're going to represent it well, and we're going to do some other things and stuff. So let's hit on that trip. That's a trip I would love, to be honest, I would love to go there, in another country. But flying, it just ain't, it really just ain't got to. I flew one time, and it's like, no, I don't know. This is me, but I would love to see, other countries, how they worship God, and I'm sure you're gonna talk more about it. So tell me how did you get involved with this mission? Tell me more about that.
Well, I tell you what, it's a funny thing, because I was really seeking God on what He wanted to do with my life, and I knew that He had something very specific that He designed me for. And I was just like you, absolutely afraid to fly on planes. And so when God began to say to me, I was saying to Him that I'll do whatever He wants me to do. I would devote my life to Him, and whatever He said for me to do, that's what I was going to be dedicated to doing. And God kept saying, but you're afraid to fly on planes. And so He said that to me several times, and I couldn't understand what one thing had to do with the other. And when I shared that with my husband said, the thing that you're supposed to do is going to require you to be able to fly on planes. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Wow.
And so I literally had to surrender that fear to God, and I had to begin to understand that if I could trust God on the ground, in my car, walking down the street, or doing any of the other things, which, anything can happen to us. God keeps us every day. He is our keeper. He's our protector. He provides for us. So, He dispatches angels on our behalf. And so He's keeping us from danger seen and unseen. So He's kept me all my life, and surely something could have happened to me already. And I had to be able to, get rid of that fear and understand that He could also keep me up in the sky. And so that's what I did. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I asked God to remove that fear from me. And He was like, I need you to give that up. And so I did. And so I had absolutely no problem with flying on a plane. I was on one plane for 8 hours, another one another one for maybe an hour, and almost 2 hours, and then another one for 8 hours before I ever arrived in Nairobi City. And I had absolutely no problem, none whatsoever. And the flight was totally smooth. And so, I know that God is a keeper, and that, all of our fears, they're not of God. We have to get rid of those things. You pray. So I'm going to have to learn from you, and you're going to have to pray for me whenever I, take one of them trips. I'm serious. Some people are, I go fly, and man, I'm telling you, I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway, and look, I flew out of L.A., and then that was like, an hour and a half drive, it was more closer, it wasn't no country or nothing like that. And like, plane, like going up in there, I didn't like the feeling, but once I got up high, it was like, okay, cool. But that feeling, I don't like that taking off feeling like you upside down almost. Oh, no, I don't like that feeling. But when I got up high, that was it. But anyway, let me say this. I know you, like you said, you're on your mission. Now, your worship in that country, how was it, and how did you fit into the, that type of, their worship? And I'm sure they all worship the same. The worship was beautiful. I tell you, it was one of the most beautiful things to see. One, their native language is English, but then they also speak Swahili, and they also speak some other tribal languages as well. But most people that have went to school learn English in school. So at church, they were singing "I Give Myself Away," and they were singing it in English. And then, of course, when they got to the end part, they sang all of that in their Swahili language. And so it was just absolutely beautiful. And to see the things that they were doing with their young people, to see the way that the church ran, as far as, like, I thought the man and woman of God that were ministering, I thought they were the pastors, but they weren't the pastors.
Wow.
The pastor and his wife was out of town doing something else, and here you had these people that were able to handle the services in such a manner that you absolutely thought, that you had
now that's the type of church I want to be a part of. Oh, yeah.
So it was really beautiful. Everything was beautiful. The people were so sweet and so honest and so pure, and it was just refreshing to be in the midst of another group of people that are all the way in a whole other country, all the way on the other side of the world, that love God just as much as you love God. And, that's the kind of thing that is just exuding and exploding all through the atmosphere. It's so dynamic, and it's so rich and so pure, so honest, and it was just beautiful.
Oh, wow. That was just like a place where I would like to worship at, really, with the people that love a God in them. You know what I'm saying? Did you find...
The name of that particular place that I was at, it was called Nairobi Chapel. And it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Is that the capital, or is that the capital?
Yes,
Kenya?
Kenya, yeah, that is the capital. Nairobi is the capital.
The capital. So they worship is awesome, and you fit right in with them, and you worship with them, and
absolutely, yes.
So you adopt them a family. You got family. You call them your family. You know what I'm saying? I hear you so much in love. I hear you talking about.
I really feel like I have a whole new family now, which was so dynamic. I didn't know that was going to happen, because you don't know what to expect when you're going out of the country. You're meeting people for the first time. You really don't know what, to expect. You have the kind of, or at least I have the kind of, craving to touch and agree with other people that love God as much as I do. And I really do sincerely believe that people are genuinely good people and pure people, so I was hoping that that's what I was going to receive. But until you get there, you really don't know. But they were more beautiful to me than I could have ever imagined. It was as if we already knew each other, and so that was a beautiful thing that God had done.
No, and I'm gonna say this, and I ain't really to excuse me, step on someone, but they treat you better than the people in the United States.
You know what? I will have to say that I was thoroughly surprised by the genuineness of how they treated me. I'll be honest with you. I literally one day thought to myself, I said, it is amazing that sometimes it seems like God will sync you with people that you just, don't know that you're going to sync with so perfectly. And you don't know that, it's almost like you feel like I went all the way on the other side of the world to find somebody that touched and agreed with me in the spirit for how awesome God is.
Wow.
And it's not that we don't have those type of people here in the States, but it sometimes seems like we're so busy doing church that we forget to be the church.
Wow. Now, that's prophetic right there. And I think that's very important. I think we got so much religiously, okay, church, this church is like a everyday program, and not having the love in our heart. Now, let me ask you, is that the church that you went to up there, is that a full gospel church, non-denomination, or is it just